So one of the options when your board composition matrix highlights that you've got some skill and experience gaps and you don't have the ability to recruit another director. Well, one of the options is that you purchase those skills in. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. You might use a board advisor, but the second way is using external committee members, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. So engaging external committee members can often help in bringing those skills and experience that you might be missing, but they also bring some other benefits. So some of the benefits I commonly hear are bringing objectivity, independence, accountability. And indeed, many government departments and agencies are required to have independent chairs of their audit committees for that reason. Secondly, it can be almost a sort of try before you buy for board succession planning purposes. So a board gets to see what an external committee member's like through that committee engagement, and similarly, that committee member gets to see how the board operates through the committee lens and whether they're interested in being on the board. Thirdly, there can also be some really important networks and stakeholder engagement perspectives that an external committee member can bring. So there's some of the key advantages, but there's also some things that you need to be mindful of. And the first one is that external committee members don't have the same fiduciary responsibility as directors. Typically they're brought on as contractors and therefore they don't have the same skin in the game. Secondly, external committee members have got a rather narrow perspective on the company's operations, and that's pretty much bounded by whatever the role of the committee is. And that can have some disadvantages because if they're looking at some issues where they don't have important contextual information, their contribution maybe is skewed or can even take the committee down the wrong tangent. How do you overcome that? Well, I think induction of committee members is really important. Also making sure that they've got contextual information. It might be through sharing more board papers beyond just what the committee is receiving. Inviting external committee members to board strategy days, to board risk discussions, to board professional development days can also be really useful. The third thing with external committee members is to make sure you've got tenure and review points really well set out. So there should be performance appraisals of external committee members in a similar way that there should be for any other director or committee member. And also ask the external committee members to participate in the board's performance evaluation as it concerns that committee, because often they can bring really important perspectives in my experience. So using external committee members can be really valuable. In particular, I see it valuable in committees that have got quite bounded responsibilities, such as audit committees and investment committees that are operating in accordance with the board-approved investment policy. But however you might use them, just be really clear about what the expectations are, how you can really help them succeed in the role through sharing of information, and then making sure you've got those clear review points.